So, good morning. I hope you're well. I truly do. I don't watch the news. Um, I'm going to get straight to the point, friends, okay? Give, don't take. Give. If you think that there's a lot going on in my mind right now, and if you think that by giving, even if you're in the wretchedest point of your life and your thoughts are bleak and you're thinking it's too late and you're thinking that the world's going to hell in a handbasket, you are really, really sadly mistaken. It's just a thought process in your heart, and you know this to be true. I know you do. You know it's going to be all right. Do you know what that is? That's faith. Faith is when there's nothing left. I am not a religious man. You do not need to be religious to understand and act in common sense of kindness. You know, this is going to go on for a little bit because this has been on my mind and on my heart, actually, more than anything for the last few days. And I don't go here. This isn't my purpose and channel. It's not my focus. But because I have a few more subscribers now than I've ever had, friends, my life, believe it or not, changed when I started to give. It changed drastically. And I didn't give in order to receive. That's the intended thought, the intention. So I just gave because it was time. I had taken enough. I was wretched. I have been wretched. I have stole. I have been dishonest. I have taken. So the pain got, and anguish inside got bad enough that I needed to change. I chose to change it. So even though at that time I didn't think I had, I thought if I was going to be giving, I would be taking from my family. My thought, because we were struggling. We were struggling financially, and I thought, I can't do that. I can't give. We need to pay mortgage and eat. Because I decided to go out on my own, remember, a long time ago. I can only speak from my experience. That's all we all have, friends, is our own experience. That's it. I don't know what you've gone through. I only know what I got. And friends, everybody's selling something out there. You know what I mean? Everybody's selling something out there. Whether it's the gospel or the click this link to get this and that, everybody seems to be selling something. Well, friends, it is very simple, okay? And I know it may seem like a mountain. It may seem like a mountain. I'm talking about the situation right now, the feeling, the energy in the world, the flow, okay? If you decide to stick your head in the sand, that's almost like not voting, which gives you not the right to complain or an opinion. But if you decide on your daily journeys to hold your head up, I don't care if you're going down to the store, you're walking down to the mailbox. We are the people. We are the people. We're all the same. I know when I whack myself with something, red stuff pours out of me. You got the same stuff pouring out of you? That makes us the same. So my heart's been a little bit heavy for the world today in the last couple of days, yesterday, and it's been a little bit heavy. And to just do nothing and say nothing and just stick your head in the sand is almost like just accepting the problem instead of the solution, which is love. It's common sense. Friends, I'm just gonna say that. So where I end up is what can I do? What can I do as a person in this home, right? And I speak of the world, the planet as the home. What can I do? Well, I can, and friends, listen. I'm not. My life is made by me. Okay, it's made by me. I've manifested my life to this point, and here I am. And you've done the same. Now, if you're sitting there right now looking at me, and you're thinking, "Oh yeah, but you got your bills paid, and you got this, and you're comparing your situation to mine." Comparing's gonna be a rough go for everybody. Comparing it's a rough go. Been there. I started to focus on what I could do many years ago. And I started to manifest. I'm not going to go off about me right now, about what I did and you know what I mean? That's not where I'm going with this. I'm talking about the individual, the people, us as one. We can leave our homes. We can hold our heads up and go, this is my home. This is my, this is my country. This is my country. Are you patriotic? I am. I'm a freaking proud Canadian. I am beautiful British Columbia. I live on Vancouver Island in the rivers and the mountains and the flora and fauna and the trees. And I'm in there. God put me in the right spot. He did. And I'm grateful for every wink and every breath I take. I'm a grateful man because it almost has been removed from me a couple times in my life by my own doing. Nothing's happened to me. I've happened. I've made it happen. So I know this is an odd one for me, friends. But I can't stick my head in the sand. I can't do it. When I leave my home, I will have a smile on my face. I will open up my eyes. I will be looking around to see if I can be of service to anyone struggling. Anyone. So, in my opinion, I don't want to ruffle any feathers, friends, okay? But I'm not selling nothing. I'm not trying to sell you nothing. I'm not trying to sell you the Jesus, God, Buddha, Dalai Lama, whoever. I don't know any of that. I'm not up on that stuff. I'm up on love. That's what I'm up on. And love is the glue that is the common denominator in all those things I just mentioned. In every faith, in every religion, in every whatever. It's love, which therefore makes it common sense. And giving. Everything talks about giving. Selflessness. Well, if you're sitting there thinking you got nothing to give, you're wrong. Just telling you, you're wrong. You've got a lot to give. I remember, friends, when I went out on my own, I I quit my job. I told my boss, I said, boss, I gotta go. Thank you for the years of putting up with my horribleness. I was terrible. I was a drunk and a drug addict and just wretched. I was terrible, friends. It just unreliable. And not only that, I was unreliable, and I was like, you need me here, so you know what I mean? Just deluded. Drugs, alcohol, just in a bad way for years. And finally I got to the point where I was sick of I couldn't look at the mirror. I couldn't look in the mirror no more. And that was enough, because I actually knew I was a good fella. I knew I was a good fella, but I'm not going to go to that story. That's not where I'm going. But there is an important thing there. There is an important message right there. As a country, I chose to, let's say, I guess, admit what's the word I'm looking for, honey? Repent? Make amends? Something like that? Oh, confess. Confession is the acknowledge, accept, but confess, I think. What happens, again, friends, I'm not a religious man, so I'm struggling for the words right now, because I'm simple. I'm a simple man. I did wrong, so I went good on that. I confessed it to another human being. I shared my sins, I guess. Confession is the oldest thing in the world to cleanse yourself. So I think as a country, we need to make amends for our past. Say sorry. And you're sorry when you stop doing something. That's when you're sorry. When you actually stop doing whatever that thing is. If you keep doing that thing and then saying sorry, you may as well just say shut up. Sorry became shut up for me. And as my wife sits here listening to me ramble on, that was interesting. She knows it. She lived it with me. I was not pretty. I was not. And of course going out and drinking and drugging, and then, oh, sorry, babe, I'll change. She ended up leaving. I came home one time after a 3-day bender. I was lost, friends. I was a lost soul. I had no identity. And I was escaping. I was an escape artist. Escaping from my feelings, escaping from life became hard. It got really hard. It did. And the drugs and the alcohol took me away. I could be whoever I want. I could be Jim Morrison. I could be anybody I wanted to. And I was so deluded. Almost took me out. It did. It almost took me out. So I turn this to me because it's my situation, but there is a much bigger message here. And hopefully someone will understand what I'm talking about. So I went good. I went good, and I think we need to go good as a country. I'm a Canadian. I have got so many friends in the States. It's crazy. YouTube is it's a gift. It's a freaking gift. I got people that just hate me. They do. And you say, well, that's life. Not everybody's going to like you, friends. So, the more you can like yourself and get right with the whole gamut, the big fella or whatever you want to call it, and know that you belong here, and give yourself reason to not feel down and drop your head and look around and think people are talking about you and all that self-centeredness. Our minds are what get us. The think, don't think, feel, right? So these are things I talk about all the time. So my heart was a little bit heavy this morning when I woke up because I don't watch the news. I just don't do it. I don't do it. My wife, she picks up the odd little thing on her computer there, or Facebook, whatever it is. And my wife's a lady of a big heart. And she'll share stuff with me, and this recent stuff down in the States there, it hit me hard, and I don't know why. I don't know why, because usually that stuff doesn't really bother me that much. We're all connected, and it's hitting everybody hard. Yeah, I think you're right, honey. I think it's because we're all connected, and it's hitting us as a whole. And I actually think we all feel it, and I think we're sad. I think a lot of us are sad, and I think a lot of us wish it didn't have to happen. And friends, I'm going to tell you something. There's a lot of subjects I don't touch on: racism, religion, what's the other one? Politics. We don't go there, friends. And you know why that is, because that never is a good place to go on any social media, unless that's what you're going in for a fight. If you're looking for a fight, well, friends, I don't fight. And I've said it a lot of times, and I'll say it a lot more times if you've come here. And if you're a newcomer to this channel, welcome to you. You are loved. And it matters not to me where you're from, what color you are. Just you are my brothers and my sisters. We share this home. We share this planet. We're all connected, and people say these things. They say them, they get it, but do they act it? Do they live it? Probably not. Some do. Absolutely they do. So I don't really have a moral to this story other than my shoulders getting sore holding this phone. But we are connected. My wife said it. We're all connected. And I'm not going to bury my head in the sand. I'm not going to do it. I wanted to come to the States. I wanted to come to, I had plans to come to see you people, to come and see the Iron Horse, the Morgans. We had a collaboration all planned up. We were going to come, and then of course the COVID hit, right? So that's life, But this other stuff that's been going on forever and ever and ever. I look at it like the goodies. I call it the goodies. Have you ever done anything that you're not happy about? And in those quiet moments when you think about those things you did, you go, oh, I wish I hadn't have done that. Well, we have to live with ourselves. We have to look in the mirror. We have to live with ourselves. If you can live with it comfortably, live with it. Get forgiveness however you want to do it. But I did some stuff I wasn't proud of. Not good stuff. Just telling you. But you know what? I call those the goodies. It's just what I call them, the goodies. I went straight for the goodies. And I talked about them. And I relived the feelings around them. And I actually apologized for them. I made amends. I did. And I wasn't looking for no forgiveness. I was looking to free myself of that squeamish feeling I would get thinking about those things that I had done. Because it wasn't me now. That is not me now. But that was me. We don't have to continue like this, friends. We don't. We are the people, friends. We have a say. Don't we live in a democracy? Power to the people. What happened to everybody being nice to one another? You will be remembered. You will be remembered. Once you're gone, you will be remembered. So you ask yourself, what do you want to be remembered as? I'm not sticking my head in the sand. I'm not doing it. my channel and my say or whatever, when people come here and tune in, I talk about love and kindness and being nice to one another. But none of that can happen. None of it can happen unless you get right with yourself and whoever you like to call somebody greater than you, the creator, the whatever. Friends, I was thinking, and I'm going to talk about it because we're at 20 minutes. And I am going to talk about this a little bit right now. As you all know, it just, religion or Jesus or whatever, that is sometimes, it's a hard sell. I'm not there. I'm not religious, friends. I'm not. But I'm a believer. There's something out there. There's got to be. I'm still here. That tells me that something's out there. It's plain and simple. It's that simple. I don't have to put a name on it. I don't have to see a guy in a white beard sitting on a cloud looking down at me. I don't need any of that. I just need to know that I belong and that happiness is a God-given right and that he helps them who helps themselves. It's that simple. My mom raised me that God was everything. Everything. So I don't want to get into the religion thing. It's just that I guess what I'm trying to think of is a way that we can all understand. And that is love. As far as I'm concerned, it's just love. It's common sense. It's love and being nice to people instead of being not nice to people. But I believe with my understanding and my experience is I treat people how I feel about myself. And if I'm not feeling good about myself, I'm really not going to feel like good about you. I'm just not. As plain and simple, friends. I've lived both stories. I almost feel like I've lived two lives. Truly, I do. I feel like I've got an old life and a new life. And I'm telling you something. I got so much faith that we're coming around. This world is coming round. It's just that I think it has to get worse before it gets better. Do you believe that, honey? It kind of has to get worse before it gets better. You know that old saying? Oh, yeah. It's true. It's not just a bowl of cherries. I think we haven't felt enough pain yet. I just think that's what it is. So, friends, I'm going to upload this to my YouTube channel. I was going to do it on an Instagram, but it's far too long. But I wanted to share my feelings today. And this is a rare video for me. I don't talk about religion. I don't talk about politics because I know nothing about them. I just know about love and being nice to people and being kind and being selfless and doing things for another. Because all I know is that I was in a bad place. And it was when I decided that I'd kind of had enough of that and that maybe I'll try to be nice now and give instead of take. My life changed. So if you're sitting around right now crying in your beer cup, thinking that the world's going to hell in a handbasket, you are sadly mistaken. And there's something you can do about it personally as a single human being. You can go out today and you can open that door for that person that's behind you and you can hold it open and you can say, "Good morning, how are you today?" You can hold your head up and start looking at people in the eye because you belong here. This is your place too. Yeah, you belong here. And if you've done stuff that you're not proud about and you're holding your head down, straighten it out. Straighten it out. Change your landscape. Friends, I love yous all. I do. My heart was heavy the last couple of days. It was, and I just wanted to share. That's all. I just wanted to share it. So thank you all for coming here. I'm cutting trees today. Just life carries on. But on my journey today, I'm going to look at people. And I'm not going to think that they want something from me. I'm going to see how I can help. It's not what my country can do for me. It's what I can do for my country. Didn't somebody say that? Who said that?
Kennedy.
Mr. Kennedy said that. Let's get back to basics, friends. Love and kindness. You don't have to be religious. You don't have to be sold some type of something or other. Let's just use love as your thing. Love. I love you. See you on the next video, friends. It'll probably be cutting trees or axes, something like that. I'm not taking axe orders right now, friends, and you've heard me speak of this if you watch the channel. I'm working with my boy. We're climbing trees. I'm honing his crafts up. He's getting better. So the fall, we'll start moving into the axe thing a little more, taking orders and stuff like that. I'm almost caught up mailing my axes out, friends. I am, but work keeps hitting, and it's just a prioritizing of things. So thank you all for your patience, and thank you for coming here. Today could be the day, friends, that you pull your head out of the sand if it's in the sand. Pop up like a flower. It is spring for all that matters, right? We pop up now and we go, I can make a difference. I can. It's like the pebble that drops into the water and the ripple effect goes. Be nice to people. Just be nice. They don't want nothing from you. We all just want to have a big hug and live in peace and happiness, don't we? So let's do it. I'm gonna. Over and out, friends. Be kind, and I'll see you in the trees. Oh, and stand up and buck. It's easier on the back.